Welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be learning how to use Videoinu to create true crime stories. Yes, it's something different, okay? So the concept of this is to look for real crime stories that had happened and turn it into a story, right? So what I did was to look for an incident that actually happened. Yes, in Nigeria, of course. And then looked at that incident and turned it into a story. So let's go over to ChatGPT and I'll show you exactly what I did. As you know, ChatGPT is always our friend. ChatGPT is always our best friend, okay? So we're here in ChatGPT, our very best friend, okay? Yeah, so what I did here was to ask ChatGPT to come up with actually a real situation that had happened, an incident, a crime situation that had happened, and then turn that crime situation into a story that can be animated, okay? So this is actually a real incident that happened in Mangu in Plateau State, right? A bus ride that was hijacked. So it was turned into a story. Now I'm not going to take you through that. Now I'm not going to take you through the entire process of doing that. I believe you can actually find your way around that. Just ask ChatGPT to give you a story of something that actually happened and you turn that into a story that can now be animated, okay? So this is the story, and as you can see here, it's all written out. Of course, you would fine tune it to your taste as much as possible, removing things that you don't want as much as possible, and then you would take the story. I'm going to copy this story and I'm now going to take it into Videoinu. Remember, the process is that Videoinu will want to change it to a smart script. No problems. We will come back and do what we need to do, okay? We're going to split this and begin to apportion it into the wording sections, okay? So all I just have to do is, let's just say, copy, select all. I guess we could actually select all if there are no extra stuff there. I think we're good. We may not bother asking ChatGPT to come up with the descriptions because we believe from the story we may be able to get descriptions in Videoinu because it's actually going to come up with the characters for us. So let's just copy that and see what Videoinu is going to do. Let's go see the magic that Videoinu is going to do with this particular script. This is a real situation, so this is a real crime situation, okay? So let's click on the story video generator. We're still going to choose 1 minute for this anyway because we want it longer, okay? Don't forget, on the free plan you cannot choose anything more than 1 minute. Now if we click on this 1 minute, you'll see that other ones are actually starred. We'll have to be on a subscription. You either choose 30 seconds or 1 minute if you to go with the free plan. So for now we'll just stick with 1 minute, okay? The smart script is already there. 3D cartoon, we can change that for now. Landscape, everything's still on point. Now all we just have to do is go ahead and click on create. So this creating is actually going to take some coins from us. I think maybe 10 to 15 coins, and then it's now going to give us all the scenarios, the synopses, the characters as much as possible, and we'll see what it's going to create for us. Okay, so it's come up with a synopsis. Let's see. Okay, is it only one character it's going to bring out for us? Well, it's looking like it's just one. Well, let's see what it's going to do. It's saying, okay, 75 coins. Yeah, I can see that. It only has the driver. Okay, I don't know the reason why it doesn't have any more casts, but for now, that's what it has. Let's hope that this is really going to be good. We're both looking at it together, so I hope this works based on the story. So it's still generating and coming up with all the other stuff. Oh, this is where the thing is. We will definitely might have to do some regenerations because I'm seeing that it's not African. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen here. Let's wait for the second one. I hope we won't have to spend so many coins trying to regenerate. Well, we are still watching. Let's see how this goes. It says Mangu wins down as a joyful wedding bus guides through the night. What is the driver doing outside and not inside the bus? I don't know. So let's go see what's going on. Let's click on next. Okay, so here we are. Let's see what it's going to give us. So 16. Is it 16 or 15? 16 storyboards. Okay. Mango winds blow down. Why are you outside? Not inside the bus. Okay. The driver's in the bus. Okay. Okay. See, we have to definitely regenerate this. Okay, the bus. We can see the driver driving the bus. Okay. What's next? I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen. Oh, okay. There's a smash and people are scared, but the driver is still looking happy. What's going on? Okay, there's a smash. All right. Okay, looks like as if the story is being interpreted bit by bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we can do. Okay, there's panic. All right, so it looks like as if it's trying to render the story in its own given way. Now, we have to do our best to correct every single one and make it realistic as much as possible, because this is a Nigerian story. We want to make sure that every part of the story is related to the Nigerian part. I mean, like the Nigerian feel, the Nigerian environment, the Nigerian people, right? And that's also what you would do. So if you're representing, maybe America, you want to make sure that every particular part of that story is actually congruent with that. So this is supposed to be, an incident, a crime incident, a bus crime incident that happened in Nigeria. So we have to make sure that everything is okay. So I'll just make sure I fix up all of this. Now to fix this up, let me show you one. Is I'm going, like for instance, this one, you can click on regenerate, and then you look through the prompt and just infuse Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. So for instance, it says interior medium wide from I'll just say toward the front, eye level, cinematic realism. Drive, I'll say Nigerian man, so that we can just make sure that that is captured. Nigerian man. Okay, it's framed. Okay, and then we look at other places where it says two lane. Okay, to his right and further back, a Nigerian man. So because I want to make sure that everything carries Nigerian man. Hum softly while watching a glowing. Okay, two Nigerian women. So we have to put all of these in so that it will now represent it. Okay, women. Okay, lean across the aisle. Okay, we want to make sure, and a Nigerian child. So those are the kind of things you need to do to correct it. So if it's Chinese, if it's American, if it's you have to make sure that whatever you're doing is congruent. It says with a cheek against a cool window, the bus interior. I'll say the Nigerian bus, so that we capture the fact that it's in Nigeria. Let me see. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually pause the video and do all of that, and I will be back. But for now, let's generate this together. It's 5 coins generated. If we upgrade, you will not be spending money generating, but for now we're using the free coins given to us. Okay, that's what we are using. So let's see what it will come up with. Don't forget that we're still going to go to take the portions of the words, but first of all I want to deal with all the generations. I'll pause once I see what this gives me. I hope. Okay, I think it's better now. Yes, you can see now we have represented the Nigerian film much better. That's what you need to do. This woman is looking a bit fair, but she still looks like a Nigerian, a fair-skinned Nigerian woman. Not bad at all, right? So I'm going to pause the video and then I'll make sure I do all of that, and then we'll come back to do the word insertions. Okay, don't forget that means we're going to go to ChatGPT and portion the words. Now we have 16 storyboards, so we're going to make sure that we can divide all of this into 16 parts. I'll be back shortly. Wow, this has actually been a whole lot. Trying to regenerate all the storyboard that were not exactly congruent. It actually took some time, but that's the work you have to do. You see, it's called artificial intelligence, but your own intelligence is superior. So you are supposed to be able to check what is not congruent and change it to what you want. Now, just in case you don't know, we've got an 80% off discount on our Content to Cash Academy. You can click on the first link in the description to be part of us, where you'll learn how to create your YouTube channel, learn how to get monetized, and of course, how to create digital products. Okay, so let's get back into it. So I actually changed, and regenerated all the pictures, or the storyboards I think are not exactly congruent. So I think we're good now. The next thing, of course, would be to download all the storyboards, but I wouldn't be doing that right now. The next thing I just want to show you, because you see, I don't want this video to be too long, but I've already shown you the process of creating videos in Videoinu, but I just want to show you the final portion. Two more things that have to be done before the video is created in Videoinu. First is that we need to go into ChatGPT and go and check the story. Divide that into like about 16 portions. Remember that we have 16 storyboards, so we're going to divide that into 16 portions. I'll do like a couple of that to show you what I'm talking about, because for us to know what to do, you can see that we already have some wordings here already, but we don't want to use that. We want to use our story. So for this purpose, we will be using a man's voice for this story. I think I would be using either Tim or Oliver. So let me see what Tim sounds like. I think Tim will be better. Tim has the deep voice, so we'll work with Tim. Okay, so what I need to do right now is to go over to ChatGPT. Let's go to ChatGPT and look at the story. So we're going to just divide that into 16. So how many do we have here? So we have this portions here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's not exactly the number we're looking for, but you can see from here we can divide this into 3. So if we divide into 3, so that'll be 3, 4, 5, maybe this will be 6, 7, this 2 will be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think that will work. Okay, so I'm going to divide this first part into 3, just where it makes sense. We'll stop there, take another portion and stop it. So I'll just take a bit there and go back in here. All I just need to do, first of all, I'll download that. Yes, and then I'll paste what I have into this portion here, because we have 16 of this, so that will just be fine. Okay, I think that will be okay. We're using Tim, so let's go to the next one and then collect another portion. So we've done that, set far away. So let's just see, maybe up to here, maybe just let's see if I pick up to that, then come back. Okay, let me see if this one can work. Okay, no, I think I may have to put all of that in here because it looks like, let's go. So let's just paste that in here. Okay, man will not children. Let me see if I can put the rest, because I need to show it's describing something. All right, laughter fill the air. Let's just pick that. Okay, let's pick all of this because the next one. Okay, let's just pick this, copy, and then just put this as part of it, because we still want it to be talking about the interest in the environment and the happy mood that they were in. So I think that will still take that. Then this one said the GPS. Okay, this is where it now starts getting quirky. So I think I'll just put a portion here. So, but somewhere along the dark stretch of the road, the bus lost its way. I think that will just be fine. So let's just work with this 3 for now. Of course, everything has to be done all the way to the end, right? But just to save time, I will not be taking too much of your time. You already know what to do. If you don't know what to do, click on the link in the description to actually go and watch the videos. So I'll put all the links there so that you can go watch the videos prior to this one that will show you how to make a complete video in Videoinu. So right now we have put in all the word portions and everything is complete right now. Let's check through the entire 16 storyboards. All the story portions have been put in, and this is where you have to use your intelligence to be able to decipher which of the portions should fit into what, because it has to be a fluid story and it also has to match the storyboards. So we have all of these that we have done, trying to make sure that the story fits in. So the next thing we're going to do is to go ahead and just click on next. Now don't forget to download all the storyboards, because that's what you're going to use to animate it. If you don't know how to do this, I'll put a link to the video where we talk about how to animate all the storyboards, right? And make it without watermark. You'll see that inside of the description. But right now we just want to generate this video and have it as the foundation on which we'll now begin to layer all the animated storyboards that we're creating in Grok. So the first thing is that you just erase all the titles and the subtitles. You don't want any of that to be there. Normally there's no background music, so we're still good. Now that we have already cleared all of that, the next thing is that we're going to click on generate. So let's just pause till it fully generates. Okay, so right now it has already generated. We actually got 2 minutes 46 seconds. Not bad at all. Now, let me tell you, if you want your video to be really long, all you have to do is to get a longer video story. That's just it. So, and then you can put in longer length wise, words, so that you can have in each section probably like double the length, right? That's how you can even get longer videos. For now, we'll work with our 2 minutes 46 seconds, of course. And then next up is to get all those storyboards animated in Grook, and then you layer it on top of it, just like the way we did it together in the previous video. Don't worry, if you don't know what to do, just click on the link in the description. You'll see the video there and you can follow along. Yes, so before we draw the curtains on this particular video, don't forget we have our 80% off Content to Cash Academy that you can join, where you'll learn how to create your YouTube channel, how to get monetized, and of course how to create digital products. Thank you once again for watching. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.